Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Derek Martinez. 10 different fire companies responded to a third-alarm brush fire in Black Creek Township on Wednesday. According to officials, crews were called to the scene near 1207 Mountain Street around 12:30 p.m. Crews say about 25 acres of forest were on fire, but that a quick response prevented any structures from being damaged. Crews from Nuremberg-Weston, Shepton-Oneida, Hazel Township, West Hazelton, Valley Regional Ringtown, Nescapeg Township, Sugarloaf, Maine Township, and Beaver Township all responded to the scene. DCNR Forestry also assisted by deploying a plane with fire retardant mixed with water. No injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is unknown at this time. A man is wanted by the Hazelton City Police Department on drug distribution charges. According to police, Elder Mendez Cabrera is wanted for selling narcotics in the Hazelton area. Police say Mendez Cabrera also had an outstanding warrant for similar charges in West Hazelton. Mendez Cabrera is described as a Hispanic male with black hair and brown eyes. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighs approximately 190 pounds. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to call 911. A family has been displaced following a Wednesday afternoon fire in Briar Creek Township. According to officials, crews were first called to the scene on Evansville Road around 12 p.m. Crews from Summer Hill, Orangeville, Salem Township, Mifflin Township, Berwick, and Light Street all responded to the fire. Firefighters at the scene say the blaze quickly turned into a brush fire as the flames spread to the tree stumps and dry brush to the rear and left side of the home. Crews say the brush fire was fueled by the wind and spread for about 150 yards. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Coming up on WYLN News, a member of the Luzerne County 911 team receives a prestigious award. Plus, Luzerne County Community College announces a free dental clinic for kids. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Pediatric Rehabilitation Services in Hazelton, a brand new location custom designed with children in mind. Our team of therapists and specialists improve the lives of children who need physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech-language pathology.
My name is Adam. Tomorrow's gonna be stormy.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazelton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
Stop in to one of our 2 locations,
Route 93 in Nescapeg,
or downtown Hazelton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
Attention, WYLN viewers! WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazelton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A member of Luzerne County's 911 team has received a prestigious award. Quality Assurance and Training Coordinator Brian Black recently received the APCO Trainer of the Year award. APCO stands for the Association of Public Safety Communications Officials, and the award acknowledges individuals who have demonstrated exceptional training abilities within the public safety communications field. Luzerne County Manager Ramona Crocamo said the award was well-deserved.
Brian has trained most of our 911 operators. He just does a tremendous job, and it is wonderful that he's being recognized by the state and by his peers.
Black has served on the Luzerne County 911 team for 27 years and was also presented with a citation from the PA House of Representatives for his service. The Greater Hazelton Chamber of Commerce is inviting women in the Greater Hazelton community to attend their annual Ladies' Night Out. This year, the event is sponsored by Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton and will be hosted by the Top of the 80s restaurant in Hazelton on Thursday, April 10th. The event will run from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. and will include opportunities for networking, relaxation, and shopping. During the evening, local businesses will be displaying their products and services, conducting demonstrations, and providing coupons and giveaways. A wine raffle and 50-50 drawing will also be available, with 100% of the proceeds benefiting the Women's Empowerment Grant Fund. The cost per person is $15 for chamber members and $20 for non-chamber members. The ticket cost includes food and entry into the door prize drawings. Reservations are required. To register, you can visit the Chamber's website at hazeltonchamber.org. Luzerne County Community College is inviting the public to a free kids' dental clinic this weekend. According to officials, the event will take place on Saturday, April 5th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Benco Dental Clinic on East Main Street in Nanticoke. To book an appointment, you can call 570-740-0446. During the event, children will have the opportunity to receive a free dental cleaning and checkup. The college will also have 10 stations set up where children can learn about dental hygiene and receive prizes. The event is sponsored by the Greater Cincinnati Foundation, the Pennsylvania Dental Hygiene Association, and Luzerne County College. Coming up on Mountaintops News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Milton, Part 3. Plus, we kick off Autism Awareness Month by sitting down with Eileen Perchak from the Collaborative Autism Movement on Community and You. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when two healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More access, more doctors, more convenience. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Cooking rice just isn't nice. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it. The secret is perfect cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve. It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed. And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1, 2, 3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
Trolleys became ubiquitous in towns all over America as the turn of the 20th century approached. Milton, beginning in 1898, would be the central conduit of the Lewisburg, Milton, and Watsontown Railway. Organized by Philadelphia financiers Henry Massey and Edward Tennis, it was the first trolley line in Northumberland County. In Milton, it ran along Front Street and Broadway Street. Like many other trolley companies, the Lewisburg, Milton, and Watsontown hooked onto the idea of building an amusement park along its ride to attract riders. And so it was on May 28, 1910 that Riverside Park opened just north of Milton on the former site of Fort Boone. Its major opening week attraction would be Daredevil Lionel Laguerre and his mammoth Spiral Tower Act, which involved Laguerre maneuvering up and down a large spiral tower while balancing on a ball. Guests who visited Riverside Park had the opportunity to ride a train, a carousel, and a Ferris wheel, and play on a baseball diamond and tennis court. A dance pavilion served those who wanted to kick up their heels, and a playground awaited the younger guests. A small bear also lived in a cage at the park, although in 1916 it would attack a maintenance man that entered its cage to clean it after being scared by passing dogs, costing the man an arm. Flooding in 1926 and the end of trolley service in 1928, when the Lewisburg, Milton, and Watsontown Railway shut down, would herald the end of Riverside Park. Today, Fort Boone Campground stands where an amusement park once was. Milton leaders, though, did not give up on the idea of an amusement park after Riverside Park's closure. They purchased 20 acres of land from Bryce and Montgomery on a large island nearby in the Susquehanna River and built an entertainment complex on it, which they named Montgomery's Island Park in his honor. It opened for guests in June 1929 with a carousel, numerous swings, and seesaws among its rides. The park also had 2 cookhouses in conjunction with a pavilion with space for 200 diners, as well as various refreshment stands. It quickly took on the various picnics and other civic gatherings that had previously been held at Riverside Park. Later, a baseball diamond and a drive-in theater also graced the island. Milton sold Montgomery's Island to the state of Pennsylvania in 1966, and today it is part of Milton State Park. As the 20th century dawned, women across America were still fighting to get an equal place in a male-dominated society. Not many avenues were open to them professionally at the time, and architecture was one field where men were strongly entrenched in control. One former Milton woman, however, was determined to change that. Faye Kellogg had been born in Milton in 1871, and as a young woman had always been good with tools. As such, although she initially trained to be a doctor, her father Albert encouraged her to take up architecture instead. Faye studied the art of building for 2 years under a German tutor, becoming adept at math and drawing, then took a position under architect Rudolf Daus. She would aid in the construction of New York's 13th Regiment Armory and the Monastery of the Precious Blood. She then went to Paris for 2 years, during which time she tried to gain admission to the prestigious École des Beaux-Arts. The school would not admit women at that time, however, and she could not gain admission, although her efforts would eventually open the door there for future women. Determined nonetheless to succeed, Kellogg returned to the United States in 1900 and took another position with New York architect John R. Thomas. Her input would be critical to the final design of New York City's Hall of Records, including her decision to include statues of former colonial Dutch governors looking out over the city atop the building. Following Thomas's death in 1901, Kellogg went into business for herself in 1903. She got off to a strong start, building and renovating several buildings for the American News Company on Park Place. Kellogg would personally supervise all projects within 200 miles of New York City and drew up the plans for those further afield. Some of her other works include Brooklyn's Women's Memorial Hospital, skyscrapers in San Francisco, and numerous suburban railroad stations. Through it all, she pushed hard for women's rights, saying, "I don't approve of a well-clipped woman creeping along. Let her leap ahead as men do. All it takes is courage." Kellogg fell ill in the spring of 1918 while overseeing construction of the YWCA Hostess House at George's Fort Gordon. She would pass away in July of that year, but because of her pioneering efforts, women everywhere could see they could do anything if they dared to try. Back in Milton, the town's industrial strength had returned, with many landmark businesses joining those already operating in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The Milton Manufacturing Company, run by the Scheimer family, began operation making iron products in 1886. The West Branch Novelty Company, established by partners Marshall Reed, Harry Frick, and George and Frank Chapin, opened in 1889, originally to make bamboo furniture. For a time, it was the largest bamboo manufacturer in the United States. By 1910, though, the company found that the cedar chests it had been making on the side were more popular products and gradually phased out bamboo furniture in favor of the chests. The Milton Brick Company opened its doors in 1914 and would produce bricks through 1940. And the John E. Dakin Hosiery Mill was established in 1919, making silk stockings for women. Moviegoers in Milton would get to see films at 2 theaters in town beginning in 1924, when the Legionnaire Theater opened the town's American Legion building, a plan by the organization to pay off its construction debt. It first showed the film Welcome Stranger on October 23, 1924. The Legionnaire had a tilted floor so that each of the 600 possible patrons could have a clear view of the stage, which also hosted live shows as well as movies. A pipe organ was added in 1925 and was purchased by the Pappas brothers in 1930. The Legionnaire Theater closed in August 1952 following a legal dispute over which pictures it could show. A McDonald's stands on the site now. By then, though, another theater had taken over in Milton. The Capitol Theater opened on Broadway Road on June 20, 1934, with Shirley Temple's film Baby Takes a Bow. It was larger than the Legionnaire Theater, with a total capacity for 1,200 moviegoers. Admission would be a quarter for adults and a dime for children. The Capitol will also be the site of Christmas parties over the ensuing years. By 1971, though, it had fallen into disrepair, and its new owners paid for an extensive restoration. After 2 months of work, the restored theater reopened to a line nearly 6 blocks long on August 6, 1971. The Capitol survived Hurricane Agnes's flood and continued screenings. By November 30, 1973, a fire broke out in the theater's furnace room and caused extensive damage to the stage and roof. With the building now in danger of collapse, the Capitol Theater was torn down in 1974. A park now stands on the site, with a mural of the theater paying tribute to what was once there.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Welcome back to Community and You. Today I am joined by the Executive Director of Collaborative Autism Movement, Eileen Perchak. Eileen, welcome.
Thank you for having us. It's been a while since I've been on WYLN. Thank you for having us back.
Yep, and today we have you on as a way to kick off Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month here in the month of April. And I know that you guys over at CAM have a lot of exciting events coming up, but I guess first, for our viewers who aren't familiar with who you are, if you could introduce yourself and tell you how you got involved with the movement.
Sure. First of all, I'm very glad that you said autism awareness and acceptance, because that's super, super important, the acceptance part of that. I'm Eileen Perchak. I have a 28-year-old son who is on the autism spectrum. Years ago, there weren't very many services around, so I had to drive three times a week to Hershey to get services. Fast forward all these years, I hopped into the autism realm to try to get my son the help he needed. I'm happy to say that all these years later, Northeast PA is one of the best spots in our country for autism services. So it's kind of how I came to be part of, the autism and neurodiverse community. I started with CAM a couple years ago. We're basically a new organization. We started about 3 years ago. It's our third year of inception. And we set out to make a big impact in Northeast PA on the autism and neurodiverse community. And I think we've done a pretty good job of that. It's super important for autism awareness and acceptance for so many reasons. The acceptance part, getting communities involved in these individuals' lives is huge. Accepting so that we can get resources for these individuals to support their needs. There's a whole group of these people that, currently or in the past weren't working, and now we have businesses that are supporting these individuals, and they're working, and they're, paying back to a tax-based structure, and they have so much to offer and have been kind of secluded for so long.
Right. It's really great to see how much that has grown here in the NEPA. And as you said, with your son having to travel all the way to Hershey just to get services, I mean, it's like a lot of families unfortunately don't have the means to get that kind of service. So it's really great to see how movements like CAM have been trying to get autism to just be more prevalent and more have more support for that here in NEPA?
Absolutely. You know, there's many service providers in our area providing ABA services. The big holdup still, and to nobody's fault, is diagnostics. The waiting list for these individuals to be diagnosed, it's horrific. You know, children are on a waiting list 18 months before they can get services. So it's, I think, as healthcare, we're not healthcare providers, but the healthcare providers, legislation, people like us in the nonprofit sector are really pushing to move that along so that these kids can get those resources, especially in those young years because they're so formative and their brains suck up so much then. It's essential to get those services to these individuals as early and as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. And I know to raise awareness, to get them the resources and support that they need like this, I know you guys do a lot of events throughout the year, and specifically here in April. I know you wanted to shout out some of the upcoming events with...
Sure. First of all, our name is Collaborative Autism Movement, hence our name Collaborative. We collaborate with other nonprofit organizations because everybody's dollar goes further. We're super, super grateful. We do, our initiatives are sensory-free haircuts, sensory-free photography, and unified sports. We do unified sports in the Hazleton Area School District. We're super happy to announce that the school district now has bocce, track, and now unified cheerleaders, which is awesome. So we support them. But to do all this, you need money, right? So as a nonprofit, you know, we're professional beggars, right? So we hold some fundraisers. We have several a year. Our biggest one is our annual golf tournament, which is coming up on May 3rd at Sugarloaf Golf Course. We hold a cornhole tournament. We hold Night the Lights for autism, and we just recently had our plunge for autism. We do have one coming up. We had an individual in our community named Kim Chipoleski-Platek who very suddenly passed away in December. Her sister Trish Marnell is an IEPA coordinator in the school district, very compassionate about the unified sports. So we tried to come up with something to memorialize the unified sports, Kim, because she gave back so much to this community. So on April 11th at Sugarloaf Golf Course, we're having Kimmy Cares for Cam. And we are going to, all the proceeds are going to go to unified sports. And our vision is to build a scholarship program for a neurodiverse individual that would traditionally never get a scholarship. So whether that's post-secondary education or a certificate program. So we're really looking forward to that event. Again, that's on April 11th. It's at Sugarloaf Golf Course. It's $30 per person. It includes a buffet. We have big ticket items. We have big screen TVs and Penn State packages and Blackstone grills. And the community's really stepped up to this and been super generous. So that's, you know, another way that we get the message out, and to have a scholarship fund for a neurodiverse individual is really huge. So we're pretty proud of that, and we think that Kim would be looking down and pretty happy that that's what we did to, you know, take her legacy to fruition.
Absolutely, that's very fantastic. Just with an event like that, you can just see like physically how we can really like benefit these people who like unfortunately wouldn't get the opportunities like scholarships and like that otherwise. So it's really great to see that.
They really don't. So yeah, we're pretty happy about that. And again, we collaborate with other service providers and nonprofit organizations. Again, everybody's money goes further when you collaborate. So if you're looking to check us out, our website is www.collaborativeautismmovement.com, or you can check us out on Facebook. I think everybody would be pretty confident and happy to see how far we've come in a small time. As of just recently, we've done 125 sensory-free haircuts, and we've done 420 sensory-free photography sessions. So that might not sound great to people, but for a child with autism or an individual with autism, getting a haircut is very difficult. Sitting and listening to a photographer say, put your chin up, look at the light, turn here, it's next to impossible. So our families are really embracing these, and it's been an initiative that we wanted to hit hard and do well, and it's been super successful.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you want to share with our viewers regarding Autism Awareness Month, or anything at all?
Just accept, you know, be kind. In a world where you can be anything, just be kind.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank Eileen once again for joining us here on Community and You. Definitely go check out the links as she mentioned, and we'll see you next time.